All right, everyone. So in this lesson, I'm going to be talking about winning ad formulas. I'm going to be sharing my best tips for creating high converting video ads. And then I'm also going to be sharing my formulas, essentially different patterns that I've noticed and that I've used myself for creating successful ads. And so I think that this is going to be very useful for you guys. So let's just get right into it. So first off, some general tips about how to make good ads. So for most products, video ads work best. If you validated your product using the product validation checklist that I share in the course, for that type of product, most likely a video ad is going to work best. There's a few exceptions, like if you're selling clothing or jewelry or something like that, image ads can work great in that case. Now, for video ads, the shorter the better. In my experience, 25 to 30 seconds is ideal for low ticket products. Now, if you have a higher ticket product, maybe you need longer videos to explain it. But in my experience, the shorter the better. You want to condense your message. You don't want to have fluff in your ad. Everything should serve a purpose, and so the shorter the better. Original content works best, content that's never been seen on Facebook before. And so if as soon as you start making profit, you should definitely reinvest into content. And that's going to be another lesson in the module. How do you reinvest into content? You want to tell a story in your ad. You don't want to just hard sell them. You want to kind of tell a story about how your product will solve a problem for them or how it will improve their quality of life. You want to make it seem like it's a regular, like it's just a regular post that's being shared on Facebook, right? You don't want your ad to instantly stand out as an ad. And so it helps to look at viral content on Facebook to see what kind of content does well on the platform. Always include a call to action in your ad at the end of the video and in the ad text. So at the end of the video, you want to say, shop now to get yours, or, available now for limited time only at here, or something like that. You want to add a call to action telling them what they need to do after watching your video. People need to be spoon-fed. And so you can also put this in the ad text, right? After your ad copy, you can just add a call to action like shop now. And so I'm gonna be showing you some more specific examples in this video. Now, some more tips. You want to spend a lot of time researching your competitors. So look at top performing brands within your niche and see what kind of ads work well. You want to identify patterns in successful ads and replicate what works. There's a lot of patterns in ads. That's what I mean by formulas as well. I'm going to be sharing my formulas, but you also want to look within your niche. What type of formulas works well in your niche? What type of patterns do you see in successful ads? And then you want to replicate that. Don't try to appeal to everyone. Focus on your target market. This is a good tip. You should be addressing your target market. No matter what you do, you're not going to appeal to everyone. And so you should just focus on, have a clear idea of who your target market is, what their pain points are, and then just speak to those people. And if someone doesn't have that pain point, then you don't care about them. You only care about the ones who would be interested in your product. And so don't try to appeal to everyone in your ads. Just try to appeal to your target market. Now, the last tip that I put here is you want to make your content as vertical as possible without losing quality. And so this is recent with Facebook, but vertical content just performs a lot better. And so I put kind of like a hierarchy of aspect ratios here. If possible, you want to get your content in 16:9 aspect ratio. So vertical, just like an Instagram story, for example. This is the best type of content for Facebook ads. You can use that on feeds, you can use that on stories, you can use it everywhere. Facebook is automatically going to crop it and stuff. So 16:9 is the best aspect ratio for videos. Now, you're not always going to have access to content made in this aspect ratio, right? Like if you have a YouTube video and then you try to turn it into a vertical video, it's going to be all blurry, it's not going to look good, so you can't do that. So that's why I said make your content as vertical as possible without losing quality. And so if you can't do 16:9, you can try 4:3. This is like semi-vertical almost. And then if you don't have good enough content to do either of those, then you can just stick to 1:1 ratio. This is the lowest that you want to be, is a square video. You don't want to do like a YouTube video format for Facebook ads. It doesn't work well. And so those are the general tips. I hope those are useful. And now I'm going to move into the actual video ad formulas. So for each formula that I share, I'm going to try to show you an example just to make it easier to understand. So let's get right into it. So the first one is just a regular product demo video. This is a very straightforward, type of ad. It's just a product demonstration, someone using your product, fast-paced clips showing the product in use. So it can be multiple different models if you have access to multiple different clips. Otherwise, it can just be one model. This is just a straightforward product demo video. This works well if your product is in demand, right? Like if if you don't really need to sell the product that hard, you just need to tell people about it, a product demo video works great. You want to put video captions on screen just to tell them about the product, kind of tell a story about what's going on. And then you want to show the climax of the product in action at the start of the video as a scroll stopper. And so I'm going to show you some examples of that now. Here's the first example of a product demo video, and this is actually one of my own stores, and I've already showed you guys this store previously. It's Flex Posture. And so this is just a great example of a product demo ad. It's 30 seconds long. The scroll stopper is just like her looking sad. It's like really fast scroll stopper. And then it's literally just a product demo. I paid this girl, I found her on Fiverr, paid her $50 to make this demonstration video. I also have a few animations in there. And then, it's just the demo video. She's just demoing the product. And then I think I also have, oh, actually, no, it's only this model. So yeah, it's just one model demoing the video, and then there's a few animations in between. And then, the ads kind of try to tell a story. This device corrects your posture. It helps keep your spine aligned, so you can say goodbye to back pain. Simply wear it under your top during the day. Share with a friend that needs this. So this right here, I would not do this anymore. I would not recommend doing this. Instead, I'd recommend putting a call to action here. So, shop now to get yours 50% off today or something like that. Don't ask for shares or anything like that. Facebook doesn't like this. So yeah, a call to action here instead of share with a friend. Just put shop now to get yours 50% off or to get yours with free shipping or something like that. But this is overall a good example of a product demo ad. So just to show you another example of a product demo ad, this is Cloud Cushion. This is the case study store that you're going to learn about in the next module, the 2.0 case study. And this right here is an ad that's doing really well for me right now. And as you can see, it's just a product demo ad. So let me play that for you. Introducing Cloud Cushion, the world's most comfortable seat cushion. Made with medical grade gel for optimal support. Breathable honeycomb design keeps it cool. Instantly relieve backaches and prevent poor sitting posture. Shop now to get yours 50% off today. So this is literally a 20-second ad, and it's doing really well, right? And I have multiple variations of it. These are the same video, I think, and you can see they're all getting 2, 3. They're getting good return on ad spend. It's a simple product demo ad. All right, so moving on from the basic product demo ad, another one of the winning ad formulas that I often use is the cut and band-aid formula. So this is, again, 25 to 30 seconds. And what you want to do with the cut and band-aid formula is you want to cut them by reminding them of the problem that you think they have. So like if you're selling a posture corrector, you cut them by reminding them of like poor posture, slouching. That is the cut. And then the band-aid is your product demo where you're offering the solution. So a cut and band-aid is essentially just a product demo plus a clip at the start that, highlights the problem that you're offering a solution to. And so once again, video captions, and then you want to test multiple different cut scroll stoppers. And I have some cool examples to show you of this formula. All right, so I got 3 good examples of a cut and band-aid ad for you. So the first one here, I saved this a few months ago, and this is just an ad for a mosquito, one of those mosquito tower things that kills mosquitoes. And so this is their ad, and it's a clear cut and band-aid. Are mosquitoes eating you alive? So this is the cut, and then boom, there's the band-aid, introducing the mosquito vortex. And then this is just a regular product demo video, right? So they could have tried to just run this as an ad, introducing the mosquito vortex. And this probably wouldn't have done as well as the cut and band-aid where they're like, are mosquitoes eating you alive? And then they introduce their product. And so this is a really, really successful ad, and it's a great example of a cut and band-aid. Now, this is from Flex Posture. This is another great example of a cut and band-aid ad. I showed this in the previous Facebook ads module, but let's take a look again. So first few seconds are a clear cut, and then boom, here's the band-aid introducing the solution. And this is the exact same product demo video that I showed you as an example of the product demo formula. And so all I did is I literally just added the cut part, and this makes the ad do a lot better. As you can see, it got 10 million views, this ad, and it did really well. Now, my third example is from Cloud Cushion. So this is from the case study that I'm going to be talking about in the next module. This is another ad that did really well. And once again, this is cut and band-aid. If you take a look at the ad, the first few seconds are a clear cut. And then after that, it gets to the solution, introducing Cloud Cushion, the world's most comfortable seat cushion, right? So it's the same thing. It's just a cut and band-aid. Cut, and then offering the solution. And so I hope that makes sense. This is a very, very powerful ad formula. It's easy to do and it works really, really well. I've had success with this ad formula time after time. All right, so this next ad formula is, I like to call it the viral video. This is the typical ad that you see on Facebook. It's 45 to 60 seconds long. It features multiple different influencers or actors using the product, and it's just a bunch of clips put together, and then it starts off with an attention-grabbing clip and a caption like, women are going crazy over this product, or the internet's going crazy about this, or something like that. And it's just a typical viral Facebook video. And this is a long form video script. So you have a lot of time to talk about your product. You want to focus on the benefits of your product, how it'll make them feel, and really convince them that, this is a good product. And so this isn't really my favorite type of video. I don't really use these videos anymore, but they still do well. And if you look at competitors' ads and, top ads on Facebook, you'll see a lot of these viral video style ads. And so this is another formula that you can try and test to see if this works for you and your product. So to show you an example of this ad formula, there's no one better to do it with than HiSmile. They pretty much came up with this format of ads on Facebook, and that's where I learned it from. And so I'm just going to show you this ad, which is one of their most successful ads ever, 70 million views. And this is just a classic viral Facebook video ad. Everyone's going crazy about the HiSmile teeth whitening kit. It's just multiple different actors. The teeth whitening kit that delivers results in only 10 minutes, and their content looks very, very professional. I mean, obviously not everyone can do this, but if you can, this type of ad will work really, really well. Simple two-step process. It's just showing you all these different people. It creates social proof. They're saying that the internet's going crazy about it. It's creating FOMO about this product, and this is why it's a viral video. It's the type of video that gets a ton of views on Facebook like this, 70 million. And so, this is a great example. And this is another ad formula you can try to replicate for your own store. All right, so the next formula that I want to talk about is an influencer demo. So this is very similar to the product demo vid, but the difference is that it's just one influencer, and there's no cuts or anything like that. It's just one influencer showing how to use the product. You don't even really need captions. So let's see what I wrote here. One good-looking influencer within your target market, right? So if you're targeting 25-year-old women, then you should get someone who's around that age and who's a woman. If you're targeting older people, you should get an older model for your videos. I wrote influencer here. It doesn't necessarily need to be an influencer, but influencers make the best content. They know how to make content that goes viral on social media, and so that's why I recommend influencers. And I'm going to be talking about how to get content made with influencers in a lesson in this module. And so you want to get a good-looking influencer within your target market. And then they just start off demonstrating the product, or just saying something that'll grab people's attention. Like I said, this is optional, but they should start off doing something that'll get people's attention. And then they just want me to show the product in action, for 15 to 20 seconds. And then they just end off smiling with the product, showing the logo if it's branded. And so this is a very, very powerful ad formula. For my private label brand that I'm working on, this is pretty much all I do. I just do influencer demo vids, and they do really, really well. And I can't really show you those ads because I'm still keeping that brand private. I don't want to reveal it yet, but I can show you some examples from other stores like HiSmile. So let me show you an example. All right, so I did a bit of research to show you an example, and this is one of their ads. So this is Kendall Jenner. I mean, obviously you're not going to get Kendall Jenner in your ad, but it can be any influencer. The fact that they use Kendall Jenner obviously helped a lot. She's famous. She has a ton of fans. But the general outline for this type of video is the same. You can use any influencer, and it works well. So let me show you what it looks like.
Everyone knows I love HiSmile, so I'm going to show you guys how.
So she's just showing the product, and then she's going to show it in action for a few seconds, right? It's really simple video, just one influencer, and then she's showing off the logo, showing off the branding.
Have you got your HiSmile yet?
And then, call to action, have you got your HiSmile yet? So this is a great ad. It's very short. It's a simple influencer demo. So the difference between an influencer demo and just a product demo is that the influencer demo is just one person, and it's like as if they were posting on their Instagram feed or something. And so this is a great example of an influencer demo. Now the last ad formula that I want to share is just an influencer story. So this is the exact same thing as an influencer demo, but made for story. So, picture that Kylie Jenner ad, Kendall Jenner ad that I just showed you. Imagine that, but she was recording it for story and meant for story. So it's a vertical video, and it can be faster than a regular influencer demo. So it can only be 10 to 15 seconds. I mean, this depends on the product too, But most products can be explained in 10 to 15 seconds. And all you need is just one good looking influencer, and then they can record the video. As if it's even better if they actually do share it on their story, then you can just ask if you can repost it on your ad channels and so on. And so an influencer story, it needs to be vertical video content, either a review with audio, right? They can try the product as if they were sharing to their fans. Oh, I'm trying this new product and it works great. I love it. Check them out. And then they tag you or something like that. And then you can reuse that content for ads. Or you can just get a video of the influencer using the product. It doesn't need any talking, and then you can just add some music and use that as an ad. And so, yeah, this is exactly like the influencer demo ad I just showed you, but made for story, and it's a bit shorter. And this works great because story placements are extremely undervalued. They're extremely cheap relative to feed placements. And also, if you remember at the start, I was sharing some general tips with you about making good video ads, and I said that you want to go as vertical as possible, right? And so that's why influencer story videos work really, really good. And so this is one thing that I'm spending a lot of budget and effort on, is creating influencer story ads that I can then reuse and for my Facebook ads, right? So I get influencers to post about my product on their story, and then I ask them for permission to use it in my ads. So I definitely recommend trying to make story ads if you think that your product can be explained in 10 to 15 seconds. All right, so that covers the main formulas that I use for my ads. Now I want to talk about the actual ad copy. So the ad text, how do I structure my ad text? And so let's get right into that. So the first formula is bold claim plus call to action with urgency. So a bold claim is, this is an example of a bold claim. Improve your posture instantly. That's a bold claim. That gets people's attention. That's why you want to make a bold claim, is that you need to get people's attention with the first line. Otherwise, they're not going to pay attention, and that's a problem. And so you want to do a bold claim about your product. So improve your posture instantly. This is the ad copy that I used for almost all my ads for Flex Posture, because this is the one that did best. Improve your posture instantly, and then that's the bold claim. And then the CTA with urgency. Shop now to get yours while it's still 50% off plus free worldwide shipping. And you don't even need to put your link in ad text. I used to put my link in the ad text. I don't do this anymore. I just tell them shop now. Like I tell them shop now, and then there's the shop now button they can press on. And so this is all I do for my call to action. Here's another example of a bold claim plus CTA. So this is an example. Let's say I was trying to make an ad copy for the cushion that I'm going to be talking about in the next module. Sit comfortably all day with this medical grade gel cushion. That's a bold claim, and I also added a selling point, right? I could just say sit comfortably all day. That's the bold claim, and then I tell them, oh, it's also medical grade gel. So I add a selling point here. You don't need the selling point. You could just say sit comfortably all day. Shop now to get yours. So yeah, that's the bold claim plus selling point, and then I have the call to action with urgency. Shop now to get yours while supplies last. 50% off with free shipping today. So I even added some scarcity here, right? While supplies last. You don't have to do this. I'm just giving you some examples of different things that you can try. Bold claim plus selling points. This is another ad formula that works really well. So this doesn't have the call to action in the ad. It's just a selling point instead. So sit comfortably all day with this cushion. That's a bold claim. And then the selling point, made with medical grade gel for optimal support and durability. So when you say this, people realize that you're selling something, right? And so they're going to want to click the shop now button to learn more. So this is another great ad formula. And you can also do bold claim plus selling point plus call to action, right? You could do sit comfortably all day with this cushion, made with medical grade gel for optimal support and durability. Shop now to get yours 50% off or something like that. But usually bold claim plus selling point, just these two works great. And it doesn't look as much like an ad if you don't have the call to action, right? Here's another example. Bold claim, introducing the world's most comfortable seat cushion. That's a very bold claim. And then I have some selling points here. Prevent dreadful aches, reduce pressure on spine, fix sitting posture. So this is an example of that formula. Bold claim plus selling points. Now this is another formula that works well. Testimonial plus call to action with urgency. So here's the testimonial, 5 stars. I heard about this from a friend, and because I sit all day, I ordered a cushion to try. Immediately, the tension in my back was gone. Gone. It is a lifesaver. So that's the testimonial part, and then I have the call to action after that. So right under this, I have shop now to get yours while it's still 50% off with free shipping. So this is another great ad formula that works really well. Now here's the last ad formula I'm going to share with you today is the cut and band-aid, but in ad copy version, right? It's the same idea. So cut plus band-aid plus call to action. The call to action is optional once again. If you add a call to action, you can split test with a call to action, without a call to action. What does better if you want to optimize at that level. But usually I'll just do cut plus Band-Aid plus call to action. So sitting all day puts enormous pressure on our tailbone. If you regularly spend all day sitting, this cushion is a must-have to prevent poor posture and backaches. So that's the cut plus Band-Aid, and then call to action with urgency. Shop now to get yours while it's still 50% off with free shipping. And so that's an example of the cut plus Band-Aid plus call to action. It's another ad copy formula that works really well. Now, lastly, I just want to share some headline and link description formulas. So let's get into that. So once again, bold claim plus urgency scarcity. This is a great formula for headline and link description. So bold claim, revolutionary seat cushion, ... And then the description, some urgency and scarcity, right? So this one is just, this one isn't really urgency at all. It's just telling them about the offer that we have going right now. So this just tells them about the offer, 50% off plus free worldwide shipping. And then here's another example, world's most comfortable seat cushion. That's a bold claim. And then the link description, get yours here while supplies last. So this is, a call to action and scarcity while supplies last. So that's another great example. So here's one more formula for the headline and link description, bold claim plus star rating. So for another example of a bold claim, discover true comfort. And then link description, it's just 5 stars, cloud cushion. So it just makes them think this is a 5-star rated product, and it lets them know that this is available for purchase, right? Like if it didn't have, if a product has reviews like this, it means it's available for purchase, right? So this also acts as like a reminder that they can buy it if they press the shop now button. And so this is another good example of a headline and link description combo. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about in this presentation is how do you come up with new marketing angles? And what does that even mean? What is a marketing angle? So angles are a unique way of positioning a product or service. That's the definition if you look it up in the marketing definition. And so each product has multiple different angles. There's different approaches to selling a product, right? And so as marketers, it's our job to test a lot of these different angles to see what works. And then once we find an angle that works, you want to scale it as fast as possible before someone copies you. And so each product has different angles, different approaches to marketing it, and to different approaches to differentiating yourself from the rest of the competitors. And so when you're coming up with different creative variations, coming up with different marketing angles helps a lot. Thinking about what the main angle is going to be for different creatives, that helps you come up with different creative ideas. For problem-solving products, an easy way to come up with angles is just to think of different pain points that your product solves, right? Different problems that your product solves. So let me give you some examples. With the posture corrector, the obvious angle is slouching, right? That's what I was using, slouch much. So I'm targeting people who have the slouching pain point. But there's a lot of other pain points related to poor posture, right? And not everyone is worried about slouching. Some people might be more worried about back pain, reduced energy, bad mood, cardiovascular health, right? I just looked up on Google effects of poor posture, and these are 5 possible angles. Now, I'm not saying actually go and target these, right? You probably don't want to make an ad about you have digestion problems, here's a posture corrector. That probably wouldn't make a lot of sense. But back pain or reduced energy or bad mood, are you always in a bad mood? Maybe it's because of your poor posture. Here's a posture corrector. There's different angles that you can use based on the different pain points. Now, just continuing on this, you can think of different ideas based on how it'll make them feel, selling a lifestyle, social validation, right? People are going crazy over this. That's another angle that you can take, just, almost peer pressuring people into buying your product. You can use fear, for example, for baby products, the fear of, something bad happening with their baby. This works really well. Parents love their babies. And so if you scare them, they're going to want to buy, they're going to want to buy something to prevent that from happening. Here's another thing that you can use to come up with angles. This is from the book Cashvertising, and this is called the Life Force 8. So these are 8 things that are pretty much hardwired into every human. This is just hardwired into our biology and in the way that we work. And so the Life Force 8 it can give you ideas of different angles that you could use for your product, because these 8 things appeal to everyone. Survival, everyone wants to survive subconsciously. Even if you don't realize it, if something offers you extension of your life or survival, you are attracted by that consciously or subconsciously. Same thing with enjoyment of food and beverages, freedom from fear, pain, and danger, sexual companionship, comfortable living conditions, right? If you can sell an improvement in quality of life, that always does really well. To be superior, winning, right? So like this is why social validation type thing like works well, or selling a lifestyle. This is why that works well, because everyone has that like hardwired into them the desire to be superior and to win. Care and protection of loved ones, right? So if you can market towards that, that's another great way to do it. Social approval. So these are just ideas, right? Like I personally don't pay too much attention to the Life Force 8 in my marketing, but I just wanted to bring it up to let you know that this is a good way to think of angles. All right, everyone. So that is it for this lesson about winning ad formulas. I hope that it was helpful. And on that note, I will see you guys in the next lesson.